Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Azula from the Hummingbird Coven. Welcome my fire signs, my Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, rising, sun, moon, Venus, and Mercury, to your December intuitive oracle guidance, as well as individual messages for each of my signs that I'll have at the end of the video, to see what shadow you might want to work with and some advice on how you can work with that shadow this month. The shadow energy that's coming up for you to release for the month. But I have for the 4 remaining weeks of December, I have the moon energies that are coming through, as well as again how we can work with them, as well as the overall kind of planetary cosmic astrological energy that is coming through for you, and how it might be affecting your life during this month, and how you can work with these energies. This month is a lot. It's intense. There's a lot going on this month. This is the last month of this year, which has been a lot, to say the least. So there's a lot of energy. We are in the midst of eclipse season. We have the Great Conjunction happening on the 21st, which is also the winter solstice. It is also the first quarter moon in the signs of Pisces and Aries. And what the Great Conjunction is essentially is Saturn and Jupiter are meeting at 0 degrees of Aquarius on this day. Those are the energies that have been retrograde, as well as Pluto, have been retrograde in the sign of Capricorn for majority of this year, which is why so much has been breaking down throughout this year. So much has been changing. So much has been purging. So much has been coming up to the surface for us to work through within ourselves, as well as our environments and our world, obviously. So these energies are moving into the sign of Aquarius, ushering us into officially the Age of Aquarius. So this month is also all about new ideas, new energy, kind of ingenious, and vision is very much an energy that's coming through, especially for you, my fire signs. As I was pulling your cards and kind of meditating on your energy, a hawk that has been following me for a while flew out of my backyard. So I had to write it down and just find the spiritual meaning of the hawk for you. It's a brown hawk. But the hawk is about expanding your knowledge, your wisdom, your intuition. It's letting you know that you are protected, and to stay confident and courageous in your creativity this month is the message that the hawk brings, that the brown hawk brings. I just felt very called to share that message with you, my fire signs. I feel like that energy is very much picking up for you. You're expanding your mind, especially my Sagittarius, but all of my fire signs really, especially with this solar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius that we're having on the 14th or 13th or 14th, depending on where you are. It's gonna bring in a lot of expansion. That's actually the card Jupiter did come out for you, so pay attention to Jupiter if you know your natal chart, and see how it's affecting you specifically. I'll have that calculator always posted in the description box below. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'm jumping right in to your message and to the energy that's been coming through for you for this month. So subscribe to my channel if you are resonating with this message so far. Like this video. I do put out these messages for free, and it really supports my channel. Lets me know that the messages are getting out and are being received as well, and are supporting people, helping people, and it also just helps the YouTube algorithm in recognizing my videos, which is supportive to me. And thank you for everyone who is subscribed and who has been liking my videos. You know I love you always. But yeah, there's a lot of information coming through, so also grab your notebooks, your tea, your crystals, your candles, your incense, everything that you need that we usually have for this time and for this reading. I do get pretty intense into the energies. I have a lot of messages that are here for you and that want to be shared. So I'm going to do my best to give them all to you. There's a lot of energy coming through, and I will also have separate videos for the solar eclipse and the full moon in Cancer that we're having, which by the way is the fourth Cancer moon that we've had this year, the fourth Cancer moon that we've had this year. Cancer is a ruler of the fourth house, and this is a four universal year. So that in itself was a huge kind of sign for me about this idea of stability, the four corners, the four elements, the four kind of cornerstones of foundation. It's breaking us back down into that foundation space, and building back up is very much the energy for everyone. But yeah, this idea of expansion is coming through for you. I'm going to show you your karma cards. So your overall planet, sign, and house that is supporting all of my fire signs for the month of December 2020 is Jupiter in Pisces in the second house. Very much expanding your spirituality is an energy that's coming through for my fire signs. What do you need to release is at the bottom of the deck for your moon messages, as well as the moon. So these are energies that are very much, or themes that are coming up for you this month. I don't know if you have been, if you're new to my channel, maybe I work with the moon. I work with the cycles of the moon and how it changes through the signs and how that affects us and how we can work through it. I don't know if any of my new or my older subscribers work with the cycles of the moon, but if you have not, this might be a good month to start and see what that does for you, how that helps you heal, how that helps you grow, how that helps you expand, right? It's about opening your mind to something new, a new, new spiritual, just like get into everything is kind of an energy that's coming through. It's to open your eyes to everything and then see what resonates with you the most and what helps you heal and what helps you grow the most is also an energy that's coming through. You have the second house, which is about your resources, but it's giving me like what you already have, like working with what you have is kind of an energy that's coming through to create this spiritual practice that is going to support you. I'm going to read these cards for you though, so that we can see what actions you might want to take, as well as the outcomes that they may have for you during this month. So learn or teach your dreams patiently. Be positive about your idealization of what you want. Grow and expand. Be a part of something overwhelming and get what you need. Yeah. There is an energy of patience that's coming through strongly for everyone because there's so much intensity in this month alone. Like this is truly the grand finale of the year 2020, and I do feel like it is ending on a more positive note, on a more like lessons learned note, and we will be able to move out of whatever you have been going through within your personal private life, but also within the world. We will be able to move forward in a more positive way, in a more compassionate way. Is also very much an energy with Neptune that went direct finally in the sign of Pisces on, when was that? I want to say it was like in the last like 2 or 3 days of November, like the 29th or something like that. Neptune finally went direct in the sign of Pisces. So we're also being able to see a little bit more clearly vision of the future. We've been kind of, as it was retrograde, I feel like we were more so in the energy of our past, in the energy of working through all that all the kind of pent up energy, all the trauma, all the hidden things about you, the hidden tendencies that you've been having to work through, the hidden behavioral patterns that you have been noticing in yourself. It's very much a take accountability type of energy is coming through. Take accountability, take responsibility is also an energy that's coming through within our practical world, within our physical world, so that we can expand, so that we can grow, so that we can learn from the mistakes that we have made. And then as we now are able to see a little bit more clearly the future that we are kind of creating, that we are manifesting, is also very much these energy that's coming through, bringing it into our physical reality, into maybe your workspace. It's about putting spirit first. It's about remembering the spiritual practice that you also have cultivated, possibly throughout the year. And if you haven't, again, this is a perfect month to start that spiritual practice for yourself, to ground yourself, right? And to always remind yourself of the lessons that you have learned, how far you have come, and how far also you have to go. Is an energy that's coming through. I hope that that's making sense. I hope that that's resonating with you. I'm literally shaking as I'm giving you this message. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of energy coming through right now. It's very uplifting, but it's also very, it's kind of like you're walking on a tightrope. Like it's definitely a risk as well as energy that's coming through, that you might be taking. It's for your betterment, and you know that intuitively, but it's still overwhelming is also an energy that's coming through, right? Pisces energy. Be part of something overwhelming and get what you need. Grow and expand. Yeah. It's definitely an overwhelming energy. So those are the overall actions that you might want to take. The outcomes: the granting of spirituality to ultimately experience your beliefs. Blessings from trusting your psychic knowledge of what you value. Good fortune resulting from the indecision of or about your resources. Yeah, again, there's kind of like that tightrope. There's an energy of like going back and forth with something, with this indecision. And I feel like what it's doing is it's helping you to slow down enough so that you don't miss the blessing, so that you don't miss the actual jackpot that supports your spiritual and your physical needs, is kind of an energy that's coming through as well. Yeah, but there's so much blessings that are coming through for you this month, my fire signs. Like, just open your arms, be ready. There's also an energy of be in a space where you're able to receive by releasing whatever, again, the lessons learned type of energy, releasing whatever is no longer serving you. It's been coming up for you throughout this year, I feel like. And again, this is the final completion of that energy throughout this month. Okay, so I'm going to show you your divine feminine, masculine, and union energies. So the divine feminine, Mars is supporting you. The divine masculine, Scorpio, is supporting you. And the divine union, the 8th house, is supporting you. This is a very transformative energy. Mars is now direct in the sign of Aries. For my Aries, you're definitely feeling, again, this, like, it's very energizing. It's a very good energy. Again, it's a lot, but focus it into, again, your beliefs. What do you value? What are you creating? Also is an energy that's coming through. And then you have Scorpio's energy. Mars is also the co-ruling planet of Scorpio. I think it's the traditional ruling planet of Scorpio. This is very transformative. There's an energy of an ego death is also coming through. Scorpio having to do with death and transformation and purging, purification, rebirth type of energy. Scorpio is a very powerful energy. It's about personal power as well. And then the 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio's energy. So I'm going to read. So also, okay, so for whether you're in a relationship or if you are, and the hawk is back. That's crazy. I wish I could show you, but it's not going to do any justice. If I can find a picture, that'll be the title picture for this video. Yeah, it's about, and it was kind of like chasing after this bird. Like, there's an energy of chasing. I don't know who's chasing, but it's very passionate is also an energy that's coming through. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of heat. There's also a lot of transformation. There could also be a lot of eruptions. in whatever way that makes sense for you, but is definitely very a passionate month for you, for the divine feminine and masculine. The divine feminine energy is definitely taking action in a certain space. Chiron is also in the sign of Aries and has been retrograde, and it is going direct on the 15th, so the day after the new moon, the solar eclipse in Sagittarius. Chiron also goes direct. So there's a feeling of like, whatever it is that you have been healing as well, you now have the energy after this transformation, after this purging, to continue to take the actions that you need to forward in whatever area this is for you, whatever makes sense for you. But it's about like confronting, again, a lessons learned. It's confronting that last bit of whatever needs to be released and deading it is kind of an energy that's coming through. It's done, it's over, you learned the lesson, and you are opening yourself to a transformation where you take your power back, you take your magic back, and you are now manifesting your reality. There's a major change that is happening. Again, ego death is coming through. It's going to be very, like, it is kind of a very magical energy. It's a miracles type of energy as well, in a sense, but it's intense. Like, it is very passionate. It is very fire. There's fire and water is also an energy that's coming through. So I don't know, maybe if you want to work with those, but there's also this energy of like fire and water. That's the ultimate kind of masculine and feminine energies. And it's balancing, finding temperance is an energy that's coming through, which is the card of Sagittarius in the tarot. Okay, that's a lot. Again, this is going fast. As I said, there's a lot of information coming through. There's a lot of energy coming through. So I hope that it's resonating with you. I hope it makes sense for you and supports you. I'm going to read the message that it has for you. So energize the extraordinary power of prayer as a life or death issue. Confront the highest and lowest aspects of getting and using power, and force yourself to control the situation and use other people's resources. Interesting. Yeah, there is very much an energy with this Mars, as well as kind of an energy of the Emperor is coming through, which is card number 4 within the tarot. So again, this brings me back to this energy of stability, security, again, the ability to make these decisions and take these actions and transform in these ways to create change in your life, to draw in other people's resources that support you, that help you in building whatever it is that you're trying to build. And again, it's about remembering the spiritual values, the spiritual beliefs of why you're doing this in the first place, is the energy that's coming through. Your outcomes. The drive for purification to resurrect personal power. The confronting of the secrets of the mysteries of life, and action resulting from the power of a major change. Yeah, this is a huge change that's coming through for you. Again, I do kind of feel like it is linked to this spiritual practice for you, whatever it is, but it's this space where you're able to take your power back again, where you're able to transform, where you're able to create magic, where you're able to alchemize your situation for the better, kind of manipulate your situation for the better, is also the energy that's coming through. But it's about being very careful with those energies, right? This is a very magical energy that's coming through. This is a very feminine energy that's coming through. It is a very, it can bring up, again, those shadows, right? Those extremes of, and those more maybe toxic aspects of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. But it's about finding that balance again, finding that temperance within, if this is a relationship for you, or again, the relationship within yourself first and foremost and always, right? But yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot. There's a major change happening in your life. If you are not in a relationship, I would just don't be surprised if you might find someone, or like it could be a romantic relationship, a passionate relationship, or it could be even just a friendship that is just very transformative to you. So those are those energies. Again, I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates with you. I'm going to get into the moon energies of this month, what energy each week is kind of bringing in from the 7th to the 13th. Yeah, 7th to the 13th, 14th to the 20th, 21st to the 27th, and then the 28th to the 3rd of January is what I'm pulling for today. Okay, just take a breath for a second. That was a lot of information again. Again, that I hope that resonates with you. I hope that encourages you as well. Like, there very much is positive, abundant, expansive energy coming through for you, empowering energy coming through for you. And it's when you, also an energy that came through the bottom of the deck. I haven't even shuffled for these cards, but when I was just preparing my table for you, I cut all the decks, so I kind of pre-shuffled all the decks, and Inner Child was a card that came through. There is an energy of innocence also, that's this heart space, this heart center, right? Neptune now direct in the sign of Pisces is an energy of unconditional love and compassion that's also coming through for yourself, and then also for everyone who you may be working with, possibly. But yeah, there's a lot of enjoyment, a lot of empowerment, but it's like, remember also who you're doing it for. Maybe if it's for children in your life, there's an energy of children. There's kind of a message of like, who are you serving? Actually, let me read, sorry, I didn't read your bottom of the decks, but that is this energy in a nutshell. So the Divine Feminine, you also have the 6th house supporting you. The Divine Masculine, you also have Virgo's energy supporting you. This is very much the energy of about what is good for us. Again, who are you serving? What are you serving? What is good for us? What are you consuming? What are you doing for work or for a job? Are you doing what you love as well as an energy that's coming through? It's also about like the details of, don't forget the details. Again, it's like a simplify type of energy that's coming through, the foundations, the 4 corners, the 4 elements, whatever. And then the Divine Union, you have Scorpio supporting you. What? You have the 3rd house supporting you, sorry. You have the 3rd house supporting you, which is Gemini's energy as well as Mercury's energy. Mercury is also the ruling planet for both Virgo and Gemini. So I am kind of feeling this space of relationships, twin flame relationships possibly, but Gemini is also the sign of siblings. So for some of you, you may be working with your siblings, with your family, right? Your kind of home space is an energy that's coming through, the people you grew up with. Or people who feel like your soul family is also an energy that's coming through. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of ideas also kind of passing back and forth, I feel like. And it's about what is good for the whole, for the collective, especially as we move into next year and into the Age of Aquarius. It's very much that energy of community is also coming through, family and community. Okay, I'm going to pull the moon messages because I also want to get into your individual messages for the month and individual shadow energies that might be coming through for you. So let's get into this first week. And this is the week that you have the 3rd quarter moon in the sign of Virgo, which is probably why that energy came through so strongly as well. You have Surrender to the Divine and the High Priestess of Fire, card number 5. So there's a lot of change. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of energy in this next week that we're moving into. Full moon energy is still with us. I feel like from the moon in Gemini that I was talking about, that 3rd house energy that's coming through for the union. So maybe within your relationships, your partnerships, your friendships or your family, familial relationships, there might have been a lot of back and forth, talking, sharing of ideas. This is an energy that's also coming through. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to the changes that are happening. Surrender to your own transformation. There's also an energy of an inner rebirth that's coming through with this. Surrender to the changes. Surrender also to the challenges that might be coming up for you. Just notice them. And again, there's an energy of temperance that's coming through. Temper those fires. Don't use your energy that is coming through, that has been slowly building up. Like, I do feel like you've been maybe in this, maybe lazier or just more stagnant, more stuck. Also is an energy that's coming through space. I feel like because you might have been going through a certain amount of healing, a certain amount of kind of death and transformation, and I kind of feel like this is a rebirth energy that's coming through. So surrender also to the process. Surrender to the awakening is also an energy that's coming through. Surrender to the awakening. Surrender also to your creativity is an energy coming through with this first week. For your second week, which is the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, you have void of course moon and belonging. Card number 41, also card number 5. So we have 2 5s on the table. 5-5. We also have the moon card at the bottom of the deck, which is 50. So 5-5-5 is an energy that's coming through. Very much change. Change for the better, but that also comes with a certain amount of challenges, with a certain amount of possibly conflict that you might have to release or work through, right? Nothing will come of this situation, though. I feel like with that, with whatever it is that you need to release, there's an energy of, like, everyone will find where they belong. Like, I feel like there's an energy of, like, there's no hurt feelings. There's an ability to be vulnerable in this space with belonging, whether this is within yourself or within maybe a workspace for you, or a friendship, or whatever the case scenario may be, or just one of your shadow aspects that you're kind of working through. Nothing will come of the situation. You are able to be vulnerable within this space. You are able to communicate clearly. Also, though, with the solar eclipse, that's a new moon in Sagittarius, which is a really good time to manifest for the future, for what you see for yourself in 2021. It's an incredible time to manifest, but the moon does go void, of course, after the new moon, after the solar eclipse. So it's you might want to wait. I think it's like 24 hours before you kind of do your manifestation ritual, or whatever the case scenario may be. There's also an energy of clearly home that's coming through. So this is very much also about being in your home space. Maybe that week, just make sure that you stay within your home space. That's the 14th to the 20th. And it's about working, you're definitely working your magic. You're definitely using your resources and putting into action or manifesting maybe whatever plans or details have been worked out during this first week with that third quarter moon in Virgo. Surrender to divine, surrender to the changes that may bring up in your plan of action is kind of an energy that's coming through. And then within that next week, you're working through and you're manifesting, you're writing down, I don't know if I would say the final draft, but it's definitely like an energy of this project or this creative idea or whatever the case scenario may be is kind of coming together in this space because you're able to be vulnerable is also an energy that's coming through. That's where the hidden treasure is or lies. I hope that makes sense. Because that's also bringing me into that Cancer energy is very much being linked to this moon for whatever reason. I feel like it's more so the energy of healing, though, that comes from Chiron direct in the sign of Aries. Again, you're able to move forward and take action within this space because you're healing, because you're learning your lessons, and because you're being also kind to yourself. Venus also moves into the sign of Sagittarius on the 15th, so the day after that solar eclipse. And then you also have Mercury move into the sign of Capricorn, which is very much an energy of like turning your dreams into a reality. It's an energy of structures, boundaries, like what are the new rules, what is the new order. There's also an energy that's coming through. What are the new rules? What is the new order within your home? What is the schedule? But again, there's an energy of make it playful. Like it's a very playful energy. There's an energy of games. Like fifth house, Leo energy is very much coming through. So, I mean, of course, you could be a Leo watching. But it is very much that energy, this Leo, playful, inner child, games type of energy. It's also like make it a game, make it fun, make chores fun. You know what I mean? Like make whatever it is that you have to do, make it fun, make it enjoyable in whatever way that resonates for you so that you can be empowered to do it is also an energy that's coming through. Again, what is good for us? Virgo energy coming through. And Capricorn is also about being disciplined with ourselves. So the next week, wow. Full moon in Aquarius, the week of the great conjunction that is happening with Jupiter and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. And you have the full moon in Aquarius come through for you. Show the world the real you. And denial, which is interesting, also card number 14. So we have 4114, and we also have another 5. So 5555, that's 4 5s on the table so far. So definitely a number of change. Maybe look into the numerology of the number 5 and see what it means for you. Maybe look into, even just numerology in general. You might find some synchronicities there. Again, it's about exploring with your spirituality and seeing how much information resonates with you so that you can better yourself and better your life and find out what is good for you, what is good for your spirit. Because everyone's spiritual path is going to be different. I'm merely here to guide you to find your own way. I have my own way of doing things, and as much as they work for me, they may not work for you, and that is okay. Find your way. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That's why I always say that, because I know that everyone's path, everyone's journey is different, but I'm offering you as much as I can, as much as I'm learning for myself, to support you in finding whatever it is that works for you. Because at the end of the day, it's just about, like, I'm just trying to get this world to heal, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to raise the vibration of myself and of the people around me, and eventually, hopefully, that will spread like ripples into the community and into the world. Now you have this energy of denial, which is about, again, growth, maturation, like, again, that Capricorn's energy that's coming through. And then it's also, again, first quarter moon in Pisces and Aries. Again, very major themes coming through. Maybe you want to watch the water signs. Well, all of the videos truly are for everyone, because everyone has the sign, like everyone has all of the signs somewhere in their chart. It's not just about your sun sign or your moon sign that determines how things play out. It's the whole chart that you want to look at. So if you do feel called to, all the videos are for you, and they're there for you throughout the entire month. Whenever you feel called to watch a different video, it might have a message in there for you to support you on your journey in whatever way. That is always my intention. But yeah, there's an energy of maturing. There's an energy of patience again. Patience again is coming through. Spirit doesn't want you to pick your fruit too early, for it to be sour, for it to be lackluster. You don't, like, you've done so much hard work. You don't want to get to the prize and have it be lackluster. You know what I mean? And Spirit doesn't want that for you. Your ancestors don't want that for you. They want to give you the sweetest, the juiciest, the biggest fruit on the tree. They want to give you the best reward. They want to give you all of the sweetness, all of the blessings. So it's just about being mindful about also what you're reaching for. What are you reaching for? And there's also an energy of what are you consuming. Again, we had that Virgo energy come through, and it is going to be a theme throughout this month with that moon third quarter moon in Virgo. The third and first quarter moons are usually about adjustments and changes and seeing if you're committed to a certain decision that you might have made. So it's just about being aware of that, using your third eye as well, right? Like using your knowledge of who also do you want to be in the future. What kind of person are you? What are your routines? What do you eat? Right? There's an energy of idealistic that came through with that Pisces energy that's coming through. Your ideal self, your ideal life, what does that look like? Who is that person? And then it's about making those small changes in your habits, in your schedule, in the order of your home. Maybe you need to rearrange your furniture. That help you to take those small steps to become that person that you envision. You get to create who you are. You get to create your story. You get to create what you leave behind as well. Is the energy that's coming through. And then that last week with the full moon in Cancer, you have the third quarter moon's energy coming through. So again, that Virgo moon, the message is coming through for you. Adjustments are required, possibly in your eating habits, possibly in your, again, what are you consuming, but also what are you listening to is an energy that's coming through. What are you looking at all the time? Aquarius energy is also, it's ruled by Uranus, which is the planet that rules technology and the internet as well, is Aquarius energy. So it's about how much, again, like what are the new rules? What are your rules for yourself when it comes to the internet, when it comes to social media? How much are you consuming? How much do you get trapped into this world on a screen? You know what I mean? Like how much are you missing out on your actual world, on your actual life? What is a healthy balance that you need to find is kind of the energy that's coming through that is the best for you specifically, so that you can have and tend to your spiritual needs as well as your physical needs as well as your social needs, because it's also like it is social networks, and especially now that everyone is kind of in their home spaces, right? That is kind of where we are the most social. That's where we see our family. That's where we see our friends now, is on the internet, on social media. And our outside world, outside of this screen, right, is where our kind of spiritual worlds have been, where our true, again, there's an energy of family, but values and beliefs is also coming through. What is it that you're creating? What is it that you're building for your own home, for your own space? Adjustments are required, and focus. Card number 17, which is a card number 8. So you have all these fives, all this transformation, all this change, all this conflict, all these challenges that you're going through. And then the last week, as we go through this Cancer full moon, which is a completion of the lessons that your home has been trying to teach you for this entire year. That is when we move into the new cycle, card number 8, or 17, which equals an 8. 17 is also the card of the star, which is also usually linked to Aquarius in the tarot. And I'm like, that just speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Focus on the future. Focus on the new you, right? Who are you? And who do you want to be? What is your idealization of yourself and of your surroundings, of your environment, of your home, of your family, of your community? That's what you need to focus on. It's very much the energy that's coming through. There's definitely an emphasis on your third eye chakra. I feel like you have gotten to a pretty comfortable space within your root chakra, is kind of an energy that's coming through. You are in this space of confidence where you want to move forward. You want to create whatever it is that you want to create. And there is an energy of patience and refocus. What is important? What is of value? Make sure that it's not your ego that's driving you forward, but your purest intentions that come from your heart space, right? That come from the inner child. That has, if you have children in your life, that has those children in mind when you make your decisions. Yeah, so that is the overall energy. Again, I hope that resonates. That was a lot. But it's beautiful energy that's coming through, and I feel like it's going to be an incredible month for you. Yeah. So congrats for whatever this is that's coming into your life, whatever opportunities are coming through, whatever spiritual awakenings that you might be having, whatever insights, whatever visions of the future that you might be having. If your gifts are coming through, be patient with them, right? Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the changes that are happening. Be patient with your rebirth. Be patient with your rebirth. Trust that as you take your time, everything is going to fall into place, and as you get there, it will be effortless. It will be like you prepared for this all your life, because you have been preparing for it, because you have been doing the healing work, because you have been shedding the things and learning your lessons, and now it is time for a balance, right? A temperance and abundance in your life. So be open to receive that, but just be aware of the changes and the challenges that might come up for you, and trust yourself. Yeah. So that is the overall energy. I'm now going to get into your individual messages for my Aries, and then my Leos, and then my Sagittarius. I will have those timestamps posted down in the description box below, and I will see you at your time. Hi, my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. This is the shadow that might be coming through for you this month, and how you can heal through it, how you can work through it, and some guidance and additional advice from your ancestors and from your guides to support you in working with this energy. So your shadow energy this month is covet. The one who has nothing wants it all. I'm going to read this card for you so we can see exactly what this is about. But essentially this feels like accepting anything. There's an energy of settling that might be coming through, and you might feel like, again, because these challenges are coming through, there might be a feeling of whatever comes in. Again, like this is bringing me to that energy of denial that came through for the collective, where it was this hand reaching. Hold on. There was this hand reaching for this fruit. But remember that Spirit wants you to be patient. Trust that what is truly meant for you is, it's gonna like you're gonna feel it, right? Don't settle. Don't settle is very much the energy that's coming through for you. I'm just gonna read this card for you though. So the shadow element of this card is having a stubborn desire to have someone or something that you are keenly aware isn't feeding your spirit, or outright refusing to acknowledge what is fueling your inability to detach from manifesting your desires. So this card can be read one of two ways. You're too focused on something inconsequential, and your spirit guides, ancestors, or source is asking you to reconsider why you want it. Is it going to help you ascend spiritually, emotionally, physically? Be honest. Or magically. If at any point a tinge of doubt creeps in, stop and reconsider. The second way to read this card is you're clear about the above, and it is in fact in your best interest. However, your mindset is one of lack, and thus you will not receive it until you acknowledge why you're operating from that vibration. Is it because you're used to living without, so it comes natural to covet your desires like you'll never see them? Is it impatience? Is it envy? Unpack the reason why, acknowledge it as having served its purpose to show you what you need to fix, and change direction so you get the things you desire. yeah, again, don't settle for less. Don't covet things just because you haven't had them before. Like, just because you're used to living without or being without. Be patient and trust that your blessings, the ones that are truly meant for you, the ones that are ripe and were specifically planted and watered and nurtured and blessed by the divine for you to pick, for you to enjoy. That is the fruit that you want. Don't settle for anything less than that. And again, like, just make sure that your intentions are in the right place. Is it good for you, and is it good for your home space, your family, your collective, whoever it might be? You have soul healing as the chakra that you might want to focus on to support you. This is a soul star chakra. So this is the one that is about 6 inches above your head space. This is card number 35, so card number 8. Yeah, this is going to help you move through this cycle, this energy of soul healing. Healing that need, right? There's an energy of, again, are you operating from a space of lack? There's an energy of filling yourself up so much spiritually that, again, you have trust, you have patience, that you don't have to covet all these things just because you feel that you're lacking, or you have impatience. Sorry. You have impatience as your ancestral advice. Yeah, you're being impatient. My life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. Yeah, if anything is delayed, Lovers. Okay, this might be a relationship for some of you. Yeah, there's very much an energy of you need to fill yourself, you need to fuel yourself, you need to love yourself, you need to fill yourself up with this abundant energy so that you do not just accept whatever is handed to you because you're so used to not having it. You're so used to not being acknowledged, you're so used to not being maybe heard or receiving what you think you deserve for the work that you have done as well. And it's about being so full within yourself that it doesn't matter to you. You trust that your fruit is coming, right? Ace of Pentacles, yeah, there's an opportunity that is coming through for you. It might be in love, but you need to be patient and heal your soul and refill your own light, refill your own also spiritual connection, and faith and trust is very much an energy that's coming through. There's an energy of like this angel figure that's watching over the ancestors are watching over you and watching over maybe this connection, this relationship. If it is a relationship for you, you are safe, you are protected, and it's about having faith that you will receive what you deserve, not just what you desire. Is an energy that's coming through. You will receive what you deserve, not what you desire. 5 of Pentacles, that's that lack energy, that's that poverty energy, that's that there's also kind of an energy of victim. And you are not a victim. You are creative. You are creative and you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve your own love and patience with yourself as well. For maybe there's also an energy of maybe where you thought you would be or where you thought this relationship would be, for how long it's been, or how long you've been working at it or working on yourself. But it's like you're right there, like you're right at the top of the mountain is also the energy that's coming through. Like you're right at the top of your chakras. Like you're right there. You're about to receive what you deserve is very much the energy that's coming through. You can work with the energy of earth to help you ground yourself. But your soul star chakra is coming through. And then this Lover's energy card number 6, this is about finding balance. This is also that Gemini's energy that's coming through. So this could be, again, within your relationship or within like a sibling relationship or friendship. Platonic friendship could also be. But it's a very, again, strong connection. It's a soul connection. And this connection also was to help you heal your soul, is very much, I feel like. This connection came into your life to help you heal your soul. So be patient with it and trust that if you have been going through lack, or if you have been going through maybe feeling left out in the cold or feeling in a space, also Five of Pentacles is an energy of separation. So maybe if you have been in a period of separation from this relationship, you will come back exactly when you were meant to. So just have faith in that. Have faith in this cycles. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But just be patient. Trust that things are unfolding in divine timing. And that you, as long as you are filled and you are good and you are abundant within yourself. Abundance is at the bottom of the deck for your advice, your ancestral advice. And then you have calmness under that. It's about being calm. It's just trust, have faith is very much the energy that's coming through. Have faith that you are always at the right place at the right time. It's fated is an energy that is coming through. It's fated. Yeah. Sorrow is also at the bottom of your deck, as well as visualization. So it's about visualizing what you want, what your ideal is of the situation, right? That third eye, and then also your soul star chakra. So it's very much about connecting to your ancestors, to your guides. They do want to support you, to help you to see where this is going, to help you to see what it is you truly deserve, to help you, again, come out of this energy of lack, or to help you clear your intention. Again, is an energy that's coming through. And then you have sorrow. It is through deep sadness that one masters discouragement. Wow. And then you have nurture under that. The water runs deep, with this beautiful hummingbird that came through as well for calmness. This is the hummingbird coven. So this is very much a healing energy. This is very much a nurturing energy. Yeah, there's so much sweetness. It's small. It's in the small moments is what I just heard. It's in the small moments. It's in the sweet moments. It's in it could, if you were caught up in something else, if you were caught up in something that wasn't for you, in picking the sour fruit, it would pass you. Because it's so quick as well, right? That hummingbird energy, it's very quick, but it's there, and it leaves an impression. Whatever challenges that you've been going through, whatever sorrow that you have felt, maybe within this relationship, again, however the relationship resonates for you, right? You master discouragement, this energy of feeling discouraged from continuing, but you do, right? You keep going, you keep pushing, you keep being patient, and you keep having faith in this relationship that it will come back together as it is meant to in divine timing. Look, these two hummingbirds are coming together. There's also an energy of acknowledging the differences that's coming through. I hope that resonates. I'm going to read this abundance card for you, my Aries. Divine Beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. Yeah, release your ego. Release there's an energy of earthly desires, maybe. Trust that this is a soul connection is very much also an energy that's coming through. So be patient with it. Be patient with the evolution. Be patient with the soul healing that comes from this connection. And you will receive in divine timing. You are at the right place at the right time. That is your message, my Aries. I hope that resonates. I hope that supports you on your journey and in your healing. That is your overall energy for the month of December, and I will see you in my next one. Happy healing. Bye. Hi, my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. Here is your overall shadow message that is coming through for you this month to help you to release this energy. The chakra that you can work with, as well as any additional ancestral guidance or advice. So you have the card of lust. One who embraces a lot cannot squeeze very hard. Lust. There may be an emphasis on body or body image that's coming through. Your bottom of the deck also is grit. And I just flipped to that page, so I'm just going to read this one first. So grit. When a needle falls into a well, many people will look into the well, but few will go down after it. So the shadow element of this card, my Leos, is involving oneself in situations that do not pertain to you and taking on the accompanying responsibilities in a resentful fashion. Let's say you have two friends who are at odds. Once you insert yourself either at the behest of them to take sides or on your own accord, you are now inserted into a quarrel that could potentially have disastrous consequences for your relationship with both parties. This can be applied to work issues, family issues, etc. This card is a warning that inserting yourself into a problem others have with a party that is not you is baseless and low vibrational. It is telling you to refrain from jumping into non-serious confrontation over issues that aren't your own, because it only creates rifts and discontent in your world where there should otherwise be none. So that was your card of grit, which is the bottom of your deck for your shadow energies. So just be very careful of getting involved with something that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Just because, again, you may either become resentful for being part of the situation, or you may actually end up worsening the situation. It's best to just kind of be like a cat, in a sense, is also an energy that's coming through, is like keep to yourself. Cats are definitely very independent creatures. So that is an energy that's coming through for you, my Leos. But your shadow card this month, your shadow element for lust, is searching for something in someone or some action that you are missing in yourself. To be clear, this card is not talking about stringless sexual encounters, at least not in its entirety. It is talking about addictions and calling on the shadow element of using actions, people, substances as a boundless way to harness artificial happiness. It can be the need for affectionate connection to feel desired, or perhaps hopping from committed relationship to relationship to feel needed, or possibly drug or alcohol addiction to escape, or even uncommonly, work addiction to feel productive, necessary, and capable, where you may feel you fall short in everyday life. Lust, while can be defined as an intense sexual desire, it is in this context using the latter definition of having a passionate desire for something, anything, that serves to fulfill your need. Is it love, escapism, validation? Take a moment. It is important to recognize that longing and figure out what you feel you are missing that keeps you returning to old patterns, and try to harvest these qualities within yourself. Wow. So yeah, that is your message, my Leos. Is it getting into situations that don't have anything to do for you so that you might escape your own problems or escape your own issues that you have to deal with, is also kind of an energy that's coming through. I don't know if that resonates with you, but if it does, maybe let me know down in the comments down below. Okay, well, your card is family. So maybe this has to do with not getting involved so much with your family, or maybe not getting involved with maybe friendships and relationships, and maybe paying a little bit more attention to your family. There's also an emphasis on there's a very passionate energy as well. And this is also a card number 5. So a lot of 5s have come up. So this is definitely a lot of change that's coming through. Maybe it's the choices or decisions that you make to either get involved, maybe in a family matter, that possibly, I don't feel like this is for a lot of people, but there's an energy of you might ruin a relationship with a family member by getting involved in something that has nothing to do with you. It's kind of an energy that's coming through. So just be very aware of that, and also see how that need to also get involved, what is it really trying to bring up for you? What is it really trying to show you within your own shadow, within your own things that you need to work through? Are you trying to escape your own responsibilities by getting involved by someone else's drama? Whether this is family, or maybe this is just an energy of like the people who are around you as well. There's an energy of community that's coming through with this family card, your soul family as well, it could be, right? So the people who you are with, the people who you are linked to, the people who you are close to at this time. There's an energy of grounding. So working with your root chakra to ground yourself back into your truth. And also there's an energy of safety, security, and survival is coming through with the root chakra. So just pay attention also to those themes and how they're coming through for you during the month of December. You have the card of Sanctuary as your ancestral advice and guidance. A sanctuary resides inside you, no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. Yeah, there's very much an energy of come back into yourself. Stop trying to get involved in everybody else's drama and come back into yourself. Reroot, reground. I feel like very much this family energy is coming in one of two ways. Either you need to not get involved in some family drama that doesn't really have anything to do with you, or you may, your family may be a support system for you as you heal whatever it is that you're going through, as you go within yourself and deal with these shadows that are coming up for you. Dealing, if it is an addiction, maybe it's your family that you need to help to support you, to create that safe space and that sanctuary that you can come to, right? To support you in healing, to support you in getting through whatever this addiction is for you. If it is an addiction to any substance, drugs, alcohol, but also it could be food is an energy that's coming through, water is an energy that's coming, like if you have enough water, or if you're like starving yourself or dehydrating yourself is also an energy that's coming through. I hope that doesn't trigger anyone, but these are messages to support you in healing, so I hope that it is supporting you. If that is the case, know that I've been there, and know that if you maybe need someone to talk to, you can talk to me. If you can let me know in the comments down below, or if you're following me on Instagram, you can contact me there. I know how difficult that can be, or just dealing with addictions in general can be, or any type of energy of escapism and diving into another substance, or even like drugs, or even weed, or even, again, if it's food for you that you go to every time that you feel any shadows coming up for you, or if it's, I don't really feel like this is for a lot of you, but there is a little bit of an energy of television, or what you're seeing. You do have psychic development at the bottom of your deck. I do feel like this is a very expansive time for all of my fire signs, right? And I do feel like there is a certain amount of spiritual expansion and growth that is happening for you. So you may be developing psychic development and psychic ability. So it's also about, what are you consuming? What are you constantly watching? What are you constantly taking into your space, into your environment, into your sanctuary, into your home, into your body, that might be affecting either your vision or also what you see for yourself as you move into the future. So it's connecting also to your third eye can be supportive to you. And it's about listening to yourself, listening to, again, the truth that's coming through for you, maybe listening to advice from family members if that resonates for you. Or even just, this could be your ancestors, right? This root chakra energy, your roots, your family tree, where you come from, is also an energy that's coming through. I'm going to pull one tarot card for you, my Leos, to see any additional message that might support you or that might show you where this is coming up for you in your life. And also possibly any elements. Okay, you have the Hierophant, card number 5. So again, another 5 card. So 5 is definitely could be following you this month. So just pay attention to whenever you see 5s this month. There's a lot of change happening. There's a lot of transformation. There's a lot of regrounding, rerouting into what is important, to what is valuable. The Hierophant card is usually associated with the sign of Taurus, which at this time Uranus is retrograde in the sign of Taurus. And it's shaking things up, it's stirring things up in the space where, again, our beliefs, our values, that was that second house energy that came through for all of my fire signs. Your beliefs, your values, this could have to do with work, possibly a work relationship, or any contract that you might be in. This could also be school for some of you. This is where you receive a certain amount of higher learning, higher wisdom, or a doctrine, or again, this is also spiritual wisdom and advice and guidance. There's also an energy that's coming through. And then the bottom of the deck is 8 of Swords. Yeah, so you could have been feeling trapped in a certain space, stuck in a certain space. Maybe from helping someone, agreeing to help a certain situation, or again, putting yourself in a situation that had nothing to do with you. And now you're resentful, and now you feel stuck. Now you feel like you're procrastinating on your own desires, on your own goals, right? On your own growth, on your own spiritual release and healing. You're putting all that energy into someone else instead of yourself is also an energy that's coming through. Like, you need to, I feel like, pay a bit more attention to yourself, to your self-love, to your independence with that cat energy, so that you can come out of this cycle of feeling stuck, card number 8, so that you can gain the clarity, the wisdom. You can work with the element of air. Might be supportive to you. Breath work can definitely be supportive to you, especially with this psychic development energy. Maybe a 5 count breath can be supportive to you if you want to work with the number 5 in that way. That can be helpful. There is also an energy of stretching and like moving your body, taking care of your body. With this energy that's coming through. This is also very like a magical, a passionate energy that's coming through, I feel, as well. This is creating your own magic. This is creating your own order as you heal as well. Your sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. Yeah, take a breath. Take a deep breath. Yeah, that your energy definitely. Take a deep breath and enter. Sit down on the throne of your own heart. There's also an energy of simplicity. Keep it simple. All you need is the 4 elements in your own spirit, in whatever way that resonates for you, to receive whether it's ancestral guidance or familial guidance and advice to support you in healing through whatever addiction or escapism or whatever this is for you, whatever this lust, this desire is for you. Yeah. That is, I'm going to read the bottom of the deck for these cards is gratitude. Stay in a space of gratitude. Be grateful for what you do have. Be grateful for how far you have come. Be grateful for maybe the soul family that you do have around you to support you in these times when you're going through whatever it is that you're going through. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm like the warmth of the sun. Yeah, it's definitely also sitting in the sun with this is either the 4 elements within you, because the 4 elements reside within us. But if you want a physical representation of those 4 elements, definitely ancestral altar can be coming through for you. But your 4 elements and yourself, your spirit, your own consciousness, your own breath, and this energy of gratitude, I feel like, is something that you want to create a schedule. Like, this is your spiritual practice maybe that's coming through for you, to be able to find guidance from your ancestors or from your family in whatever way that makes sense, and creating rituals for yourself so that you do not get caught up in outside drama and chaos, that you come into yourself and figure out what you truly want, what you truly need for yourself at this time. There's a lot of healing coming through for you. There's an energy of release. There's an energy of, like, it can possibly be heavy. If it is heavy, allow it to be heavy. Allow those emotions to run through you. Allow them to release. Cry it out if you need to cry it out. Trust that you have a soul family or your ancestors supporting you. They're hugging you. They're protecting you. They're watching over you. They're looking out for you. You are safe is very much an energy that's coming through. You are secure. You are safe to heal and to make this change, to come back to your also purpose is also an energy that's coming through, to your purpose, to your path, to your spiritual path. So that is your message, my Leos. I hope that resonates with you. I hope that supports you this month and in your healing and in your journey, and I will see you in my next one. Happy healing. Bye. Hi, my Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. This is your shadow element that is coming through for you this month to help you to work through it, release it, what chakra you might want to work with to support you, as well as ancestral guidance to support you also in that healing and in moving through this energy. So you have the card of Deceit as your shadow card this month. And the bottom of your deck is Hearth for the shadow. So I'm just going to read these cards for you to see what they might be about. So Deceit. The shadow element of this card says not being honest with oneself and losing touch with one's own spirit. As straightforward as this card may seem, it really is very much an internal looking glass to see the deepest recesses of one's true nature. What is it that you feel you are not able to show the world? Is it a sudden calling to the occult and you were raised in a biased family? Is it sexuality? Is it a failing relationship you are convinced will work? Is it doing a job that you say you're happy with, but in reality you are not? Deceiving oneself never works because only you know both the truth and the lie. And from that lie comes anxiety, fear, resentment, and discomfort, because the two don't sit well with each other. The card is suggesting there is something in your life, mind, heart, or surroundings that is of deception to your true spirit. It suggests that you may be seeing signs of needing to sit down and be honest with yourself about who you are and what you want. And then you have the card of Hearth at the bottom of the deck, which is about your home, which is about your family space. So let me just read this energy for you. So Hearth, the shadow element of this card is a struggle to take accountability for one's own choices, shortcomings, or mistakes. Hearth. For example, this can manifest itself as simply a disagreement about responsibilities. If you relegate yourself to being the judge of a situation versus an active party trying to fix it, nothing will get done, and a breakdown of trust and respect are sure to follow. Your ancestors are asking you to take a leadership role in your own life and actions and work on taking accountability. It's oftentimes very easy to point the fingers at others for the role in the demise and destruction of a situation in life. But one must realize that when one finger is pointed out, 5 more are pointed back. That is the energy of this card. Yeah, there's more so an energy. This could have to do with pregnancy or children or just not being ready in a certain sense, but this could also just have to do with birthing something. So this could maybe have to do with just like, what are you consuming? What are you birthing? Maybe at this time or in the past, what are you birthing? And are you being honest with yourself? Like, is this something that you truly want? Are you being honest with yourself? And then if this manifests and you now have to take responsibility for it and you have to be responsible for it, what does that mean? Is also an energy that's coming through. What does that mean? And take that into account before you make the decision to manifest whatever this is, to birth whatever this is. If this is a creative project, you do have the card of inner child, as well as the card of change and body. So for some of you, this could be possibly a pregnancy or a child's coming into your life. This could have to do with your own inner child. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't always. This is a general message for a lot of different people. So this could resonate in very many different ways. But there is definitely a change happening in your life. There is definitely a change happening possibly for your body. You're finding a little bit more balance. Again, there's an energy of what are you consuming? What are you eating is an energy that's coming through, and how does that affect you? How does it affect your mood? How does it affect your energy? How does it affect your your mentality? How does it affect your spirit, right? How does it affect you? Is it in balance? Is it in alignment? Card number 6, your root chakra. So working with your root chakra to reground back into a space and a feeling of safety and security, as well as inner child, your heart chakra. There's an energy of forgiving yourself for any mistakes that you have made, or if you have been lying to yourself or sabotaging yourself in whatever way that is for you. It's about this innocence. It's about the child. Whether it is a physical child or whether it is your inner child, it's about tending to that child and loving that child and nurturing that child. By also nurturing yourself, right? You have to give to yourself before you can give to anything else. Yeah, so this energy of balance. And then, okay, so body. Show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. And then change. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. Yeah, I do very much feel like this could be an energy of just taking back responsibility, maybe for your body, in whatever way that resonates for you. Like, you made the choices to get your body wherever it is now, in whatever state of health it is at this time and in this moment. And it's about now making the choices to do better for yourself, do better for your body, do better for, this could also be your home, again, the energy of hearth, your home, your environment, right? It's about not deceiving, not lying to yourself about the changes that are possible, and that can be made. It's about, don't worry about all the next 40 steps. It's that one next step, this one action that I can take and that I can continue to choose to take, so that I can find better balance for myself, better balance for my inner child, and better balance for my children in whatever way that resonates for you. I'm just going to pull one tarot card for you to see what else might come up, and also what maybe element you might want to work with. Definitely working with, though, your root chakra and your in your heart chakra. And you can always work with the element of fire. You do, like we had 555 all over this reading. Although you do have the card number 6. So this is finding balance after all those challenges, after all those changes that you have gone through. This is finding more balance within yourself during the month of December. This is the balance with the masculine and feminine within yourself. This is a balance within the light and the shadow within yourself, and all the many different dualities. This is a balance of parent and teacher. This is a balance of, parent and child, or teacher and student, right? So what is the card for you? Six of Swords. Yeah, you're moving forward with a lot more clarity. You're moving into smoother waters. You're moving into an easier time as you continue to make the changes that are necessary to find balance within yourself, right? You can definitely work with the element of air to support you this month. And then you have card number 5, again, that's coming up. But this is the Hierophant's energy. So this is your beliefs, this is your values, this is also your spiritual beliefs, this is also contracts, marriages, unions of two different parties in whatever way that resonates for you. This can be like a certain amount of order in a sense, but this is also, again, your beliefs, your values. The Hierophant is usually linked to the energy of Taurus. So that's also that second house energy that came through for the collective. And you also have Uranus retrograde in the sign of Taurus that is shaking up that space for you within your chart, wherever that might be. So you might want to check that in your natal chart calculator that I'll have down below for you, or if you know your natal chart and you work with your personal astrology already. But yeah, it's shaking up, it's changing. How, again, you might be changing your belief systems is also an energy that's coming through. Six of Swords is about also having a clearer vision, a more understanding of where you're going as you move into these smoother waters, because you can see where you have been deceived, right? Or where you have deceived yourself. You can see your shadow. So you're able to move forward more smoothly, because once you can see the mistake that you keep making, once you can see the pattern, the habit that you might have, you can choose to just do the opposite, right? You can just choose to take that one step to do something else that will bring you more into balance with yourself, with your mind, with your body, with your spirit, with everything. So that as you manifest, and when you do manifest, it is from this balanced place. It is from this desire of the inner child. There's also an energy that's coming through. Again, balanced. Very, very balanced energy. You have 2 6s on the table as well. So if you do see 6 6, that might be a message that follows you. 5 5 and 6 6 are very much messages for all of, or 5 5 is very much a message for all of the fire signs, but for you specifically, Sagittarius, if you also see 6 6, that might be a message for you as well. And that is your message, that is your energy for the month of December. I hope that that is supportive to you. I hope that that helps you in your healing, in your journey. And I will see you in my next one. Happy healing. Bye.